We have a motion for the acceptance of the minutes of the September 10th, 2025 meeting. Moved and seconded. Discussion. All those in favor? Opposed? No one. Motion accepted. Public forum for this evening. Nothing. We'll move on to reports and correspondence for this evening. For myself, I just want to ask the Hall of Fame Committee, John, where are we?
We're on time, Mr. President. All of the plaques have been ordered and the invitations sent out. We're good to go for October 11th. And I'd like to invite the public, any board members, any administrators. At 11 o'clock is the ceremony in the elementary cafeteria. We have one gentleman that's coming into the Hall of Fame that can't make it, and we're trying to figure out a way to do something for him. His family would love to see the event, and I'm talking to Mr. Lucas Eskin, see if we could do that possible, if we can go live on YouTube or something. I don't know if we do that, but we're working on the technology for that. And it's really going to be another great event. So any of the board members that would like to come, please give Kim Orr a call down in the AD's office and let her know you'd like to go so we can make sure we have enough. And that's it. Also, if I may, Mr. President, and I've spoken to the superintendent about this, Dave Little, the president of Rural Schools Association, has requested we hold a regional forum here in Ellenville on issues that are affecting rural schools. You know, obviously, bus routes in our districts are a lot longer than they are in a place like Monroe or Newburgh. So there are issues, and he wants us, he's doing this all over the state. They use it for lobbying and dealing with the state aid commissioner and the legislature and the governor, talking about issues facing rural districts. And he wants us to invite business leaders, government leaders, parents, other schools and the universities around, anybody that can have input on something that might help, and they put all of this together. So that's going to happen, I believe, on November 19th is the day we picked, and we have a meeting coming up in the next week on how we're going to get to all of that. So I'll keep you updated on that as well. But in the meantime, get to the Hall of Fame ceremony.
Thank you, and thank you for all your hard work and your committee for all your hard work on the Hall of Fame. It's always a wonderful event every year, and it really, when you talk to people, it means a lot to the people that have been selected and are inducted into the Hall of Fame. So thanks for your work. I have an announcement on behalf of the Ulster County School Boards Association. Our very own Iris Freeman has been selected the Friends of Education Award to receive the Friends of Education Award, which will be held at the Best Western on November 20th. So I encourage all of you that can attend to notify Nafisa of your intentions to attend that dinner. So thank you.
I would just like to say thank you to you, and there is nothing finer than being acknowledged by your peers. It's been a wonderful experience, and it'll continue to be a wonderful experience, so thanks.
Thank you. Don't have anything else, board members? No. Move on to our student representative who's here, Mr. Jack Henry. Jack?
Good evening. So for happenings and events, my Vice President, Elna Pagan, and I were both proud to attend the Ulster County BOCES online training for New York student representatives on September 17th. We went to the Ulster BOCES building in New Paltz to collaborate with other student representatives from Ulster County and throughout the state on an online training from the new legislation, and we were both proud to be a part of that. We were both proud to be able to communicate with other representatives from other districts in Ulster County, and gave us valuable advice moving forward for the district. So it was a huge honor going to that. Homecoming is next week, which will be on Saturday, October 11th. Tickets are $10 to attend. The PSAT exam will be on October 15th, and financial aid night for seniors will be held on October 8th. For athletics, football has 2 football games this Friday and the following Friday versus Onteora and Pauling. Their senior night will be this Friday against Onteora. The varsity cross-country team's senior night is tomorrow versus Highland at 4 o'clock at Lippman Park. And finally, for fundraisers, the class of 2026 is selling Gertrude Hawk, and it is the beginning of fall, so there's new Blue Devils merchandise. Go to tinyurl.com/ECSD merch, or you can use the QR code.
Thank you, Jack. Move over Pedro Rivera. Here comes Jack Henry. And we'll go to our superintendent, Lisa Wiles.
So a few things this evening. Is this working? Yes? Back up. So just to follow up on Jack's comments, you know, our school district has had student reps on the board for at least 25 years. And back then, you had to have a vote by the community to see if you wanted to have reps, which our community did. Now there's a law that says that you're mandated to do it. So we've been ahead of that curve for a long time. And I know you're proud, Jack, but as a superintendent, and Mr. Pabon was there, and we broke out into different groups, and they gave us tasks to do, and we had to report out. And they had to find people amongst the students to report out to the bigger group, which was superintendents, administrators, and the students. And I was waiting to hear what the students reported out, who was going to report out. And I can't tell you, Jack, how proud I am of you and Elna, because they did the reporting. And they did it comfortably, and they were thorough, and it made me extremely proud of your representation of students in this district. You brought a lot to the table. A few of my colleagues said something to me about it, and you know, sometimes we don't get the recognition we deserve, but we surely did that day, and I want to thank you very much for all your work and Elna's work. I know you worked tirelessly, Jack, and it is much appreciated, and you represented the school district well on that day.
Thank you, Jack. Let's give a round of applause. Jack, thank you.
And tell Elna, too.
Yeah,
she did a
absolutely.
great job also.
Mr. President, I'm a little worried that Jack's actually been trained in how to take over a board meeting right now.
Second thing I wanted to bring to your attention in your packet, there's the final report of the Ulster County Regionalization Plan. Hope you get the opportunity to read it. I am certifying tomorrow that it's been shared with you. It's a plan we've been working on all year last year. We came up with some, as a county, came up with some initiatives that are important to us as a county. There's a narrative. It talks about finding more inclusive plans for students that are emotionally struggling, more expansion of career and workforce readiness, countywide professional development, alternative education and behavioral supports for our students in the county, and then for more regionalized ideas, working with the other BOCES to find more therapeutic special education placements, a regional school-to-work coordinator, and then having some flex models for experimental programs and structure. So if you get a chance, please read through this. It's something that the State Education Department encouraged regions to do, and I think the document's well put together. I just wanted to bring it to your attention, and we'll be forwarding that off to our endorsement off to BOCES tomorrow. In the packet, there's also a listing of the Ulster County School Board schedule of events. They meet every 3 months. The first meeting we're going to have is on November 20th for the Friend of Education program. Sometime in January, there's always a meeting where we invite our local legislators. I think it's really important that we focus in on that this year, which leads me into my next comments. I was just at a conference, New York State Council of School Superintendents. Had the opportunity to go to a few sessions, 2 of which were related to education policy in the state and what's upcoming with regard to the upcoming budget, along with some federal implications to funding. And I think we really have to watch, and I'd encourage all of you to keep looking at your school board's alerts that come out, and also the on-board publication that you get. Things are changing quickly with regarding federal funding. We get about $1.5 million in federal funding, and they're talking about the federal government pulling our federal aid. In New York State, they pulled $750 million from the state in Medicaid funding, even though there appears to be a surplus in revenues that's unexpected. There's a significant impact that's going to happen. We'll feel a little bit of it in the 26-27 school year, but the 27-28 school year appears to be when the bulk of it is found, unless something changes. So I just want to bring that to your attention, and to please pay attention to where we're going. We'll have more information as we roll into the budget. We've asked for some projections on what a cut in our federal funding would look like, if it'll be all of Title I, Title II, Title IV. But we'll get you maybe a summary at the next meeting of what those numbers look like for us. Foundation aid has been held intact. There's still going to be some lobbying that we have to do, and letters we have to write to see if we can maintain what we have. I was happy to hear that we've been told there's probably not going to be a mid-year adjustment. There was talk of that if they lost too much federal funding, they might have to do a mid-year state aid adjustment, which happened about, I'd say, 20 years ago, if not a little longer than that. So, but it's always a concern. So, not great news, but definitely news coming that we have to watch. The other thing, John, I wanted to point out is I don't know if you want to mention the Hall of Fame hallway that we're putting together. And
No, that's a secret.
It's a secret?
It's going to be unveiled on the 11th if we get it done.
Okay, so we have a secret that's coming to you, but it's beautiful.
Oy vey.
Can I? Sorry. Okay, I'm done tonight. Thank you.
Slip of the lip can sink a ship.
Sorry, I didn't realize
it was a secret. All right. And now that Lisa's blown that wide open, we'll now move on to our Deputy Superintendent, Kelly White.
Good evening. There is a resolution to approve our programs with Go Beyond Greatness on the agenda for this evening. We're excited to bring those programs back to our students. They've been very successful over the past couple of years, and we've had a good turnout of students who attend and give great feedback about the value of those programs. So if those resolutions get approved tonight, that programming will start in early October, and we'll make sure we get the information out to the students and parents.
Thank you. We'll move on to our Assistant Superintendent for Personnel, Curriculum, and Instruction Support, Scott Prokosh.
Good evening. I just have one item this evening. For our viewers, please note that we are still accepting applications for our part-time security attendants. This is for 4-hour shifts, and security must possess 8-hour course certification. This is for flexibility, and we'd love to have members of our community to be a part of our team. So please, if you are interested, spread the word. And you can have any questions, please feel free to reach out to the Human Resources Department at humanresources@ecs.k12.ny.us.
Thank you, Scott. We'll move on to our personnel resolutions for this evening. Under 5.1, appointment of art teacher. Upon the recommendation of the superintendent of schools, be resolved, Margaret Priest, who holds an initial New York State certificate in the area of visual arts, be appointed to a 4-year probationary position in the tenure area of art
So
teacher.
moved.
Been moved and seconded. Discussion. All those in favor? Opposed? No one. Motion carries. 5.2, co-curricular. Upon the recommendation of the superintendent of schools, be it resolved that the co-curricular personnel set forth on the attached list be approved at contractual rate for the 25-26 school year. List has been moved.
Second.
Second. Discussion. All those in favor?
Madam, I'm sorry, Mr.
sorry.
President. Madam Superintendent, so does this now fill all of the vacant posts for co-curricular clubs?
I think we still have 4 open, so I'll include the 4 openings next week
Okay, thank
in
you.
the packet.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. President.
Back to the vote. All in favor? Opposed? No one. Motion carries. 5.3, security attendant. Upon the recommendation of the superintendent of schools, be it resolved that Jason Reyes be appointed as security attendant at the rate of $19.43 per hour
So
worked. Been moved.
Second.
Seconded. Discussion. All those in favor? Opposed? No one. Motion carries. 5.4, part-time. .5, cleaner appointment. Upon the recommendation, Superintendent of Schools, be it resolved that George Beekman be appointed as a part-time .5 cleaner.
So moved.
It's been moved. Seconded. Discussion. All those in favor? Opposed? No one. Motion carries. 5.5, long-term substitute teacher. Upon the recommendation, Superintendent of Schools, be it resolved that Sasha Calderon be appointed as a long-term substitute teacher at a contractual
moved.
rate. It's been moved. Seconded. Discussion. All those in favor? Opposed? No one. Motion carries. 5.6, memorandum of agreement. Resolved upon the recommendation of Superintendent of Schools, memorandum of agreement among the district and the ETS RPA Teachers
So
Unit.
moved.
And it's been moved. Seconded. Discussion. All those in favor? Opposed? No one. Motion carries. 5.7, memorandum of agreement. Upon the recommendation of the Superintendent of Schools, be resolved the memorandum of agreement between the Ellenville Central School District and the ETS RPA Teachers Unit.
So moved.
Been moved. Seconded. Discussion. All those in favor? Opposed? No one. Motion carries. 5.8, junior senior high school extended day programs. Upon the recommendation of the Superintendent of Schools, be resolved the junior senior high school extended day personnel as set forth on the attached list be approved at a contractual rate $47 per hour work for 4
Move
hours
the
per
list.
week. List has been moved. Second. Discussion. All those in favor? Opposed? No one. Motion carries. Intramural sports before school. Upon the recommendation of the Superintendent of Schools, be resolved the following individuals be approved for before school intramural sports for the 25-26. It's been moved. Seconded. Discussion. All those in favor? Opposed? Mr. Burns. Motion carries. 5.10, resignation and account clerk typist appointment. Upon the recommendation of Superintendent of Schools, be resolved the resignation of Dawn Van Cleek as the internal claims auditor be accepted effective October 28, 2025. Be it further resolved, it's been
Second.
moved and seconded. Discussion. All those in favor? Opposed? No one. Motion carries. 5.11, professional development, E&L collaborative planning time. Be it resolved that the list
Second.
has been moved and seconded.
Bless you.
Discussion. All those in favor? Opposed? No one. Motion carries. 5.12, disciplinary settlement. Be it resolved, the Board of Education, the Ellenville Central School District, that the disciplinary settlement with employee number 093025-2, copy of which shall be placed on file with the
So
district
moved.
clerk, has been moved. Seconded. Discussion.
Mr. President, I'd
Yes,
just like
sir.
to extend my thanks to the superintendent and her administration for the precision in which they carried out this disciplinary settlement.
Okay. Anybody else? If not, all those in favor? Opposed? No one. Motion carries. 5.13, rescind resolution. Be it resolved that the Board of Education hereby rescinds the resolution set forth as agenda item 5.20 under personnel on the agenda of September 10th, 2025 regarding employee. It's been moved. Seconded. Discussion. All those in favor? Opposed? No one. Motion carries. Under 6.0, 6.1 student IEPs, be resolved that the attached list of student IEPs be acknowledged as appropriate. There are 51. It's been moved.
Second.
Seconded. Discussion. All those in favor? Opposed? No one. Motion carries. Construction resolutions.
Motion to move 7.1 to 7.6.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Discussion. All those in favor? Opposed? No one. Motion carries. Under other. Under 8.1, resolved that the contract providing health and welfare services for the Ellenville Central School District in the amount indicated below be
So
approved.
moved.
Been moved. Seconded. Discussion. All those in favor? Opposed? No one. 8.2.
Motion to move 8.2 to 8.4.
8.2 to 8.4 has been moved.
Second.
Seconded. Discussion. All those in favor? Opposed? No one. Motion carries. Mark your meeting. Mark your calendars. Next meeting date is October 7th, 2025. Anybody want to see anything on the next agenda? If not, I will entertain a motion to adjourn this evening's meeting. Been moved. Seconded. Discussion. All those in favor? Opposed? We're adjourned.